What's up everybody, Sambo here, welcome back to my channel, and today I wanted to show you guys some of my off-camera cities, towns, maps. Some of them you might have seen briefly in other videos such as my tutorial videos and some tutorial videos that I've done for the official Cities Skylines YouTube channel, but I thought I'd just show you guys some of them a little bit more in depth. And yeah, so let's get into it. Oh yeah, wait, before we actually get into it, Semi-Vostok, I still can't get it to open. I don't know what's going on. I think maybe a mod has done something, I don't know. And then in terms of City Fix, I thought I would give us just a little break from that because I have been going pretty hardcore with that video after video. So this is the break from that, but we will get more of those City Fix videos soon. So this town here, you may have seen it before. It is called Portmouth, and it's a very descriptive name because if we look at the map here, this is the eye, this is the nose, and this is the mouth, and then this is like the throat, I guess. So it's called Portmouth, and this is Nose Point. Yeah, very good names. But I really love this map because I didn't want it to be really high density because it is still an island, so I thought if I put in really huge buildings it just wouldn't look as great. It would look kind of odd. So we have these medium-sized density buildings here. They're quite compact, but then there's lots of lower 2-3 level buildings, lots of low density buildings throughout the whole island. And yeah, it's a really nice looking map, really nice to work with. So this is the downtown area right here. So we have the harbour, so they have easy access, and there's a really good bus network throughout the whole island, so there's not too many cars, which is really great. So this is, I guess this is the main area down here. So we have this one high building here, but that's the highest building in this one right there as well. All the buses can transfer here. I think they all like to walk around everywhere, which is really nice instead of just using cars everywhere. And yeah, it looks really nice, compact. Come over here, we have a little bit of a shopping district. So these are all shops here, just a bit of open green space, I guess. And you'll notice I've put walkways all the way around, so that's really nice and easy for them. I'd walk that for sure. This area here, I really like this because we have a lot of urban sprawl. It looks really good with the small roads as well. And then we have this little part here where they can come do some shops and they can get onto the ferry as well. And speaking of ferry, they can go all the way over to Nose Point. There we go. Nose Point. Literally a nose, the point. So I like this area because it's quite open, lots of open green space. We have this part here. I thought instead of trying to do like yucky buildings on the side, why not just leave it open for them, just make it just easy. So yeah, not really too much to show over here, but it's still a nice little area, a little roundabout for easy access. But yeah, this is the main little shopping area. They have the ferry just down there. I don't know if I put a school over here. I don't think I did. But yeah, not too much over here. So let's go back over here. So we have some industrial areas along here, and then we have our water facilities as well. And then when we come over into this area here, it's more offices and some more industrials kind of mixed in together. Now this is the only large bridge that you will see throughout this whole video. So it's all of the roads you'll notice are quite small. So that's keeping with the more condensed image that I wanted for this whole map. And I really just love this pathway. I just love how busy it looks. Looks so good. I love seeing all of the people walking around. But anyway, so the ferry can come all the way up into here, and then we come over to this side. I don't think this little suburb has a name, so it's pretty commercial oriented. So there's lots of shops, not really much parking, only this part right here. I tried to mush everything in to make it look compact again. A lot of urban growth space. But then if we come over to here, this is kind of a education health precinct. So we have a few different hospitals, and then scattered throughout it is the universities, the high schools, the elementary schools. It's all mixed in there. I haven't finished this, so all of the towns that I show you today, none of them are done, and I don't really like to say that any town is or city is ever done, because there's always something else that you could fix up or change and just do. So there's always something else. So there's this little part right here, and I think this is, yeah, I really like this. I think that's generally it for this town. There's not too much. It's not really that big. It's only, what, 20,000 people, I think. But you can see there's lots of people walking around, which is what I really like to see. Now, if I just show you guys the bus network, it's really hard to see. But, so we have this one that goes up here, kind of around the edges, stops down there. Then we have this red one that goes up just through this part here, through past these high schools as well. Then we have this one that goes into the middle. We have the yellow which goes along the coastlines as well, and then we have the blue which goes over to here. It's kind of hard to see, but generally there isn't too much traffic in this whole place. So if I just click on the traffic, where is it? 93% traffic flow. So I mean, that's pretty good, right? It's pretty good. The next city I want to show you guys is this one right here. It is called Path City. Now, it is by far the smallest one that you guys are going to see today, but I thought it's worth showing because the design of this whole town is kind of like a fancy suburb. So obviously we have this street here, which is our main town. So this has all of our shops, our offices, some of our schools, our hospitals, things like that. Everything that requires a real road connection that is going to generate a good amount of traffic. So all of that traffic will come up through this one road here. But in terms of everything else, so all of the residential areas, I've designed it like a fancy suburb, which has a lot of bike paths going through, and I also designed it in a way where cars are not really the priority. So for example, we have bike paths that go all the way along here, all the way leading back down to the downtown area. So we have this bike path that goes along here, leading from the downtown up through this residential area into this high school university area. We also have this pathway that goes along the side of the downtown, splitting the residential and the downtown area, all the way over to the train station and the industrial area. Now this side over here isn't done yet, but it's also basically the same thing, but I was experimenting more with the wavy design and putting actual houses in the pathway area. So they come up here, so we've got some houses, some cafes, another cafe here, but it all leads to somewhere. And the way that I've designed it, if we just look at it like that, so for example in here, no cars. In here, yeah, there's a couple of cars because they're coming straight in off the highway, but I mean, that's okay. Then if we go up in here over to the other side and look actually in the areas, there's really no cars. Like there's a couple, but there's really not that many. So how I've designed it is if they do want to get off this mini highway into here, they have their own priority way in, but if they want to go, for example, from here and go over to here, it's kind of difficult because they have to like go all the way back up here, use this little crossing here, come back all the way back down. And I've also made a lot of different one-way roads to make it really basically annoying for car drivers. So by doing that, it makes it easier just to get on their bike or just to walk around. And yeah, you can see a lot of them are doing it. And I really love this because, like, for example, this is all one way, so that's going to make it more difficult, but I really love it because it's really relaxing, it's really casual, and there's just a lot of green space everywhere. And if we go up here, I also put in some big mansions as well. Look at those guys. Boom. Jeez, look at them. I love it. I love it. So good. They have good views if they can see past the trees as well. yeah, wow. So, what do you guys think of this town? This is only an experiment. I just wanted to see how it goes. So, yeah, lots of trees everywhere. So you can see it's very, very bushy. Very bushy. Now, it's nowhere near done yet, but I thought I'd just show you guys anyway. So, like I said, this is the main town area. The bike paths, they all have priority, so there's bike paths everywhere. Even up through here, they have this main pathway walkway that goes directly through. I think this is the only part here where they don't have priority because there's the main road. And you'll notice there's a lot of car parks. Now, the reason why I did that is because I thought if you're coming from another town and you want to come in here, you can just park your car and then you can basically just walk wherever. So that's really the only major parking areas in this whole area, but I thought it looks good because this is like a downtown area. We have a lot of cops, a lot of shops and offices and things like that. Now, I don't know if I like this one, just the straight line, but I mean, it's okay. I also use these boardwalks, so you'll notice these boardwalks basically in all of my cities now. I think they look really good. I like them because they give that less of a road type, I don't know, it just looks nice, right? And you'll notice I've used the bike path ones as well because they really love this bike path one. Oh, I just love following it up. It goes around, turn, comes around here, little cafe, come through the main part right here. So all of it just leads to something, so it doesn't just go nowhere. Little roundabout there for those guys to change around, come up here. Yeah, it just looks really good. I really like this one. So I plan to continue with the whole bike path design throughout this whole area. Maybe a little bit over to here as well, a little bit down there as well. But yeah, I thought I'd just show you guys what it looks like now, and maybe you guys can implement stuff like that. So maybe in the future I'll give you guys an update on this city and also the other cities that you're being shown today. Next, we have this Russian theme city going on. Now, I like to think that this city is in the same world as Semivostok because it has like the Russian vibe going on. It's got the Russian buildings, and I just pretend that this city is just north from Semivostok, up in the mountains where it snows. But this city is quite different from the other two that you saw because this one relies on a lot of larger roads, so a lot of big boulevards everywhere. The buildings are very large. It is very Russian-y, and obviously it's quite cold as well. And the population is only 39,000. We are making money, thank God. So we have different entrances coming in. So we have this one here, which leads to the little industrial area and the major train station. And over here we have some more industrial areas. We have another entrance here and another quick entrance here and here on either side. Now, I like it because it's so, I just feel like it's so grand because we have like these areas right here where we have like the big monument in the middle, and then this roundabout, where is it, this one here, this area here, this is supposed to be like the main grand part of the city because we have this, I don't know, something like that, whatever you want to call that. We have the Russian whatever you want to call that as well. We have the big Russian building there as well. And then we have some larger buildings like this one here, which I like to think is some kind of, I don't know, top secret, something's going on here. And then it comes down to the water as well, and I just think it looks really cool. And the cool thing about doing cities on snow maps is that you don't need to do as much detailing for it to actually look good. Like, I haven't filled in these areas yet, but it still looks okay because you think, oh well, it's just probably like all the chairs and things have snow on top of them. And yeah, so we have a tram line that starts over here, runs from this little industrial area, runs along here past the train station, goes up here, turns here, and then goes directly up the middle. And I like this one because it has the parking lots in the middle. Oof, that's close. But look at that. Doesn't that just look good? It's so grand, and it leads all the way up to the government buildings up here. Now this part here, I had to raise the pedestrian crossings because there actually was originally so much traffic coming through here, and there was so many people as well. So I had to raise it up, and oddly enough, there's not really much traffic coming through here now, so this kind of seems like a bit much, but I swear to you, there was a lot of traffic. I don't know why there's trees in the middle of the road. Why is there random trees everywhere? Oh, it's going into night. That's nice as well. But I like this city. I don't know, there's just something that I like about the hard Russian architecture. I mean, it's not even that Russian-y, but these types of big square buildings and like these long ones, and there's just something about it that I really like. Oh, we got a traffic jam down here, and eventually I plan on doing more up into these areas over to the other side as well. In terms of traffic percentage, I think this one's probably the worst. 78%, yeah. I mean, it's a lot of people in this tiny little area. It's not the best, but I purposely designed it very grid-like because I wanted to manage all of these intersections, and this is a fairly new city. I've only built it over the past week and a half, so I haven't really had the chance to manage too much of it just yet. And don't you just love the red lights on top? I feel like, oh, it just looks like it's a villain or something. A villain is on top of the building doing something. I don't know. I just think it adds to the whole look of it. And this building here, I think it's so cool because you can actually see straight through the inside. I didn't even notice it, and I've had this building for ages. This next map is honestly one that I've been working on for a couple of months now, and it's probably one of my most favorite cities that I've done in a while. The reason that I really like it is because it's completely different from all the other types of towns that I make. So this one is inspired by towns in Greenland, so the layout of all the roads and things like that and the houses, it all resembles how it looks like in Greenland and all those little towns in Greenland. And I've even taken names from Greenland as well to make it even more realistic. So this was the first town, so you might recognize this from my top 20 asset video. And since then it's really expanded quite a lot. So this was originally the first town. So we have the harbour here. Actually, this was the first little town here. So this is, when I first built it, like this was the shopping centre of all of it, these little buildings on the corner here. But since then it has really expanded. We have this little industrial area, which we have now got a much bigger one over the other side, which you'll see in a second. But this was originally the older town, the original town, and you can see the road layout. It's just very wavy. It's dirt roads. The houses are little smaller buildings with lots of little trees and things like that. I think it looks so good, so good. So then we came over here and I started building this area here. So this is like a little shopping district where all of the cars meet, so I thought that's a good place to put in some shops. And then we come over here and we have this little peninsula here with a few different little towns, villages, whatever you like to call it. But then it also connected via the bike path, of course. Come over here and we have this bigger town here. And originally I was like, oh yeah, this is so going to be the capital of the whole island. But no, there's an even bigger town. But if I just zoom out and show you guys, this is what the older towns look like on the map. So the older towns, they have the more wavy road styles, they have these little smaller buildings, and I think it just looks really cool. This is the main downtown area for this part here. I just think it looks so cool, and I love the water as well. It looks really nice. We also have the train, which I'll show you guys in a second. So this is the waterfront areas. If I just go like that without showing you the rest of it. So we have this part here, comes along here, and goes over to here, and that's it. So I only just installed the train line, so that's really new, but my most recent project is to build this mini highway here. So you can see it's not really going anywhere yet. It's only connected from this part here and goes over to here. So I haven't really implemented it to yet, but that's the main project. So once I finished these guys, I thought, you know what, it's time to branch out into somewhere else. So I built this road over here. We go over and then we come to this little town here, this little one. I think it looks really cool, this one, because it's a really nice wavy layout. We've got the farmlands, like the roads are just really crazy. Well, not crazy, but they follow the shape of the land. I think it just looks really good. We got this little farming district over here as well. Look at all those cows, oh my god. Yeah, I just think it looks really cool. We got some windmills over there. Yeah, it looks really good, and like I'm really proud of this city. I put in a lot of time, and then once I had finished this one, I was like, you know what, it's time to do something a little bit different. So I came over here to this big lake, which is this big lake here, and I built this little town here, which is just a nice little quiet place. It's right down on the water, so you can see like it's right down there. It's really low, but I think it's really cozy. It's just nice. It is a lake. It doesn't go out to the sea, and I'm pretty sure all of the houses, most of them have a view, almost all of them, because of the orientation. And then over this side we have this little town here as well. I don't know, I guess this is more of a village, right? It's really small, but I think it looks really good, and I would so go on that. That would be scary, but like that would be fun. Look at the view on it. Oh my god, just imagine. Oof. So anyway, at this point the town was getting quite big, so we needed to design a capital, and with the capital I wanted it to be more of a grid type structure. So you'll notice all of these older towns have a wavy layout. You can see it's really quite wavy. It follows the shape of the land. So then we built this capital over here in this valley through here. There we go, capital. So you can see it's more of a grid-like system. There's a lot of shops in here. The train station is built right in. We have a lot of schools, hospitals, and things like that. A lot of shops, really a lot of shops. But the one thing I really like is the location. It's really secluded. It's between this mountain and then this one over here. I just think it looks really nice. We have a lot of shops up here as well. It's a real walkable place because it's not too big, but it's still the biggest on the map. I just like it. We have this main little road as well. The train goes up here. So now that we have all this, we have a lot of demand for industrial. So I had to build this really wonky road coming over here to the big industrial estate with the cargo port. So there it is right there. Yes, look at that, looking good. So it's basically all the industrial for the map, most of the industrial, a lot of commercial, and some offices as well. This here creates a lot of jobs as well, because there was a job shortage. I think there's like 600 workers if I remember correctly. We got some water. Yeah, I think it looks really good. So if I just zoom out and show you guys, there's the whole map. There we go. I'm probably still going to do some more building on it, maybe just branch out little towns here and there, but I love this map because it's just different from what I'm used to and what I'm used to seeing on other people's channels. Like I haven't seen anyone do a Greenland inspired map. So all the names are really funny. Like we have Ikamuit, we have Istotok, Igaluku, Kugaruk, Kasinagui, Nasakwa, Capital, and Akunak. So yeah. So that's that. I really like this map, and I hope you guys really like it as well. The map is called Hayden Island. I know someone's going to ask for it. It's called Hayden Island. It's really cool. Alright guys, so this map is based on St. Helena, however you want to pronounce it. It's an island somewhere in between South America and Africa, way out in the ocean, very, very remote. I made this map myself, imported it, and changed it around a little bit just to suit what I wanted. So it's a very, very hilly map, very hard to build on. And it's honestly pretty fun to build on really hilly areas. So it's a small town. It's pretty low density again, but yeah, not too much going on. It's a fairly new build as well. So we have this little town up here, which is going to help the commute of a lot of people if they want to go shopping. We have this little area down here as well. But then the whole like vibe that I wanted to go for was kind of cozy, so I adjusted the terrain to make the downtown area kind of in between these hills. So you got that hill, you got that hill at the back, and then you got these ones on the side like so. So this is the area that I've worked on most recently. It's kind of the more fancy area, but look at that. Wow, look, such a great view. Oh my god. So this isn't exactly how the map is. I just changed it a little bit. And who's this little guy here? Who are you? But I just love how this looks, because what I'm planning on doing is filling in all of these areas with houses and making it kind of like Hollywood Hills, but not as fancy, but making it really cozy as well. Actually, better press play. But yeah, I want it to be really cozy. So this is the main shopping area down here. So this is all the little shops. So an easy guide for them is to just follow this boardwalk. That'll take them to all the little shops. Like up here, we have some of the nightlife shops up in through there, some pubs and things like that come down here. We just got some ordinary shops as well, and yeah, I really do like this map. Come over here, we got some more shops. We got high school, the marina as well, a few boats, a few yachts, things like that. And I put in this little lighthouse area just to help slow the flow, the waves of the water around through here. And I left this big bit of green space here because first of all, I couldn't be bothered to fill it in, but I didn't want to fill it in because I thought it would look a little bit too overdone, because this map, it's actually really, really hilly. There's no flat open areas like this, so this is one of a kind for the whole island. And I thought that's kind of realistic, because maybe they want to have little markets here, little festivals, and they have that open green space if they want to do so. Come up here, it's mostly really wavy roads again, kind of like the Greenland map, so that kind of roads and houses and things like that, very wavy. Yeah, I just really like it. Come up here, we got some really steep housing areas, yeah, but I mean, they all like to live there, I guess. And then, like I said, this is the next area that I've been working on, the more fancy areas. Obviously needs to be detailed a lot more, and the sun is going down. Oh, pretty nice sunset. Actually, I haven't seen this map at nighttime. You can see where the nightclubs are, like these redder lights. Those are the nightclubs, I think so. Yeah, these ones right here. So it's a pretty small town. There's no public transport. I was going to put in the cable chair things, but I haven't. 92%. That's pretty good. But yeah, I thought I could do the cable cars up here, but I'm not sure yet. Maybe we can get away with doing some buses or something like that. But yeah, so that's basically it for this whole video. This map doesn't have a name, so if you want to name this city or this town, I guess you can, by all means, leave a suggestion below. I really appreciate it, and I'll go through and yeah. So what's your favorite map out of all of these? I do have a lot more other cities that I've built off camera. I just haven't showed you guys, so I just chose these ones because these ones are the most recent little ones. Anyway, that's all for this video, you guys. Thank you all for watching, and I will probably be doing another city fix video next, since Semivostok is not functioning yet. So annoying. I don't know what to do. I've tried literally everything. I'm hoping that over time it might just come good. Maybe there's a mod that needs to be updated or something. I don't know. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.